Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Ready,
ball
set.
Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Unlock line. Unlock it. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
Ready.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions.
2nd and 5. That'll be complete to Sermon. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 60
Looks like they'll move
Vikings.
things around here.
70 Timberwolves.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Okay,
Now
break.
a 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down the field.
Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Set up. Panther 60. Go.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Defense gets up a touchdown to the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Baker changing the play at the line. First carry for Rashad White. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. The Bucs at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
180. Real. What's on?
Mayfield down. He completes it right side of the lane. Now the ball comes loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little... for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Tag. 70.
play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
2nd and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Cardinal, 8.
Now he'll try to run with this. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Bronco 80. Go.
On 3rd down, Perez. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Now a give right side. It's Perez. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0.
14. Buccaneers, nothing. Michael Dixon,
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dangerous return man showing it here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
180.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. The contact and well timed there. And now 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On the double.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Panther 60.
Up the middle they go. Perez. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk.
He'll look to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Delgado. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready. Panther 60.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, It's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Come on, set! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle! Viking 18!
Back, shift!
Go!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw out wide to Walker. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison!
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now! Viking 18! Bronco 80!
They'll shift things around.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Ready?
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Down! 70 Timberwolves!
They go play action here on first down. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Cougar Knights! Ready?
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go! Bronco 80! Ready?
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Here we go, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
They'll try and run Walker. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. Picked off by Curtis Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes this to Walker. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's caught. Emeka Buka. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Good. 180. Up, left. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Hey, 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
23-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10.
180! Up, up!
Now Baker going to change it up.
Kings, Kings, Kings! What's up?
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Now Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. And now Mitchell as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's go now.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Smith and Jigba to the ground. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Come on, set! 70, 18, rattler, 18, rattler.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
19. Here we go. Set.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
A A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
180.
Baker changing the play at the line. They'll go up the middle with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
On the
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2.
Go.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Perez. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Ready? 70 Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, haven't we? because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Throwing, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
180! What's up?
Here's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 32 on the play.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 36-yard line.
180! What's up?
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 2.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Good. 180! What's up?
Mayfield down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Fourth down, Mayfield. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's go
See
now.
if they take the advice of Mr.
Back to
Davis.
60. Ready.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now an audible here into something else. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Mayfield looks to throw. This is White on the screen. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 47 yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got to lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Okay,
From the
ready?
35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Tag. 70 lock. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Looking to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Ready.
He'll keep it himself. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits,
Here we go.
I'm not sure that's the
60
payoff
by
they were looking
6.
for.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Now Baker going to change it up. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
What? Real.
Mayfield. man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. McLaughlin for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, break.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
46-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now they'll change things up. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. A tackle made by Dorian Williams. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Tag! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Ready.
Walker now on first and 10. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready, set.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is third and 3.
Panther 60, Panther 60. go.
He'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's that?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a pick
Real.
brings up 2nd and 7.
Alert, alert,
The
alert, alert.
23-yard line.
Regular. Done.
Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's
Let's
White.
go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Rashad White.
What's that?
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it.
Let's go.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
180.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
180.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield and the troops staying out and going for it on 4th.
180. Point it right. What's that?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Ready? 70 Lions. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 2. Let go.
Running left is Walker. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And Walker once more. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Play. 180. What's up?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
180. What's up?
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th
Hey,
and
alert 33.
An audible here to get a new look. One last shot from Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home.